Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Reboot It. Tonight we're joined by. That means you all start talking.
Sorry, Amanda Berlin.
I was trying to let you go first. And This is
Yeah.
Mark Oates Robinson.
Awesome. So how y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Awesome.
Been a busy day.
So you're both speaking at AID, so we're looking forward to that.
So I hear.
I also got I still need like bios and abstracts.
I was going to do that tonight, but I had to come on this podcast.
No, I suck.
I could just be
Yeah.
quiet and write it now.
It's all good. It's all good.
I
Just
was
make it-
born once upon a time, and I do stuff with InfoSec.
Just pull it off of another website that's used it.
That's what I usually do. I'm going to use somebody else's bio. It's no substitute.
Yeah.
We also
you should use Amanda's bio for me and my bio for her. And
I like
And nobody would notice because nobody reads them.
no. Anyway, you're gonna get me in trouble with the AID board of directors now, aren't
Do
you?
they? Well, just wait.
They're all kind of
If they listen to this, we can get you in trouble even more.
This is not even. I mean, this is not HackerCon. These people are a little more stuffy. Well, you've been
See,
there.
You
know
just
how it
call
is.
them stuffy, and you think we're getting you in trouble?
Anyway. So, and I got Alex. Speaking of stuffy, I got Alex Hammerstone to commit to coming to speak.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh, maybe we can carpool.
Either that, or he's just trolling the hell out of me. I'm not sure which.
Maybe we can carpool. That would be a pretty fun ride down.
he was
Mike
a pretty
Baker.
epic troll too, though. So
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So we have Mike Baker. I'm still waiting for his stuff too.
Which is who I drove down to HackerCon with.
Yep. And try to get Dave, but apparently Big Dave K is going to be in Hong Kong, so he can't be there.
Aw.
And I asked Martin, and he's never gotten back to me. I was just going to have all trusted sick.
Just all of them.
Well, Mick Douglas can't be there. He's got a commitment with Sands, so he won't be there. Anyway, let's run down the upcoming conferences so we can
All right.
talk about some cool stuff.
there's stuff coming up.
There
Yes.
is lots of it.
Wow.
B-Sides Indie, March 11th.
Week and a half.
BSidesIndie.com. Who's going to be there?
I was going to be, but I'm really trying to save money this year.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to get yelled at by a couple people, but I don't think I'm going.
It's hard to be everywhere.
Currently, long-term billable project in Richmond, so that goes through the end of March at least. So I will unfortunately also have to pass.
I have no travel money and no time, so I won't be there. BloomCon, March 24th through the 25th. In Bloomsburg, PA, bloomcon.com. I tried to get Dr. Phil to come down to AID, and he can't make it.
I would love to attend that one because actually I have ancestors. A whole branch of my family actually was from Bloomsburg, so it would be an interesting thing to see. But
It's a Friday, Saturday.
yeah, so
Because,
awesome, interesting location for a con for InfoSec, but awesome. Folks should look into it if they're in
It's
the area.
a very student-centered con. The students plan it and execute it. They had
Oh, really?
before this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
sort of
Bloomsburg
like-
University. It's pretty good. So
That's cool.
I can't be there because I'm getting camera shoved up my butt. Anyway, on to the next thing. Huh?
I'm driving from Ohio to Florida. So
Also, we'll stop by. You can hang
no,
out with me.
Pennsylvania isn't on the way. Oh, you mean your house?
Yeah, just stop by my house on the way
And
and
watch you get a camera shoved up your butt?
exactly. It's like a Japanese
I've
porno movie.
is this related to the condom article later?
Maybe.
We could tie it together. I've actually, kind of going off topic a little bit. I've seen a colonoscopy. It's a colonoscopy, right?
I believe so. I don't know.
I've seen one be done on accident.
By accident.
Yes.
Was
I-
this on-
Colonoscopy was an accident, or you seeing it was an accident?
Was
me
this-
seeing it was an accident.
Oh, I
I'm
thought maybe it
pretty
was one of
sure.
those red
I'm pretty
tube
sure he
videos.
was doing it on purpose.
Okay.
I wasn't sure
I
if
want-
somebody tripped
I-
with their iPhone or something.
No. I worked at a hospital, and they said, this one. I was following up on a ticket when I worked there in the help desk, and there were thin clients in every room, and there was a ticket that this one was broken. So the rooms that they do them in aren't sterile, because it's a non-invasive procedure.
I don't know. It
So-
sounds pretty invasive to me.
They're not cutting you open though. It does sound
Well,
invasive.
it's a good point. It's a good point. I've probably
and
done
I
worse things in
walked-
less sterile places. But anyway, go ahead.
And I walked into the room and saw this guy's colon up on the big screen and his butt right there.
Was he okay?
He was a little woozy. He didn't see
know,
me.
I mean-
He was facing away from me.
Yeah, yeah, but they didn't find anything, did they?
I'm not a professional colon.
You don't know? Colon, you're not a professional colon judger. Is there a name for that?
A surgeon.
And the blue ribbon for the colon goes.
I mean, it looked like every other colon I've ever seen.
Anyway,
So-
on that note, let's go on to the next. We talked about AIDS 2017.
speaking of colons,
Mark is going to be the keynote. April 3rd to the 17th, 6th and 7th, InfoSec. Marshall University Forensic Science Center, CFP is open. Call for sponsors is open. We're wrestling with sponsors right now.
are you doing another
B-sides.
CTF?
Yeah, Benny's going to do the CTF.
You sure? Because he was supposed to be on this call.
No, he's dying to do the CTF. Benny
All right.
lives to do CTFs.
All right.
So he's like, yeah, I'm going to bring down my rig. So Thursday and Friday, he's going to set up a CTF. Besides Nashville, someone named Amanda Berlin's the keynote.
Yep.
Did you ever figure out what you're speaking on?
Yes. My talk's not done yet, though.
Would you like to give us a preview?
It's supposed to be about dealing with mental health in information security.
Oh, well, unfortunately, there's a lot of that to go around.
Yep.
We're
And
always,
not just if you have to deal with it personally, but dealing with other people that have it.
yep. And it's right there with alcoholism in our
That's
community.
a large part of it.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear that. Sounds very uplifting.
I may cry on stage, just to warn.
So is tickets actually out there? Or they've been
Oh,
sold?
they're almost gone.
Yeah. So
They're
besides
almost
Nash, I
sold.
think there were like 5 or 6 left the last time I saw a post.
Yep.
April 22nd, Nashville, Tennessee. Besides Charm, go ahead.
I was just say it's a good con. I've been several times.
Never been. I always wanted to go down to that
I like Nashville. It's a cool town.
Skydog Con. Never made it to Skydog Con.
And,
One of these years I'm going to get down to Skydog Con, and Skydog's going to get up to Hacker Con. We've been talking about it now for 10 years. Besides Charm, besidecharm.com, April 29th and 30th in Baltimore Convention Center. CFP is open. ThoughtCon, which can be found at thoughtcon.org, May 4th and 5th.
I think
For
those
those in
tickets
the
are gone.
Chicago area,
Probably
want
gone.
to get their Chicago hot dog fix.
Yeah,
Right.
Chicagoland.
Just
Hack
don't
my
get that travesty of a lasagna casserole that they call deep dish pizza.
Right.
Someone was talking about that the other day.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I guess if you're into that sort of thing, I've never understood.
It's
why-
a
you might as-
casserole.
Yeah, pretty much. Hack Miami, May 19th and 21st. www.hackmiami.com. B-Sides London. We actually had a listener from the UK ping me on Facebook. B-Sides London is June the 7th in London. CFP is open. Call for workshops is open. So it's securitybsides.org.uk.
It is one of the larger of the B-sides overall.
It is.
I will say that they're second to my personal favorite, B-Sides DC, but we go neck and neck every year for attendees. But still awesome con, great people. So anyone over in the European space, or maybe not since they have the whole Brexit thing or whatever, but still.
Also, don't wear kilts on St. Patrick's Day. It's Scottish night.
Yes. What is up with that?
What?
I don't
We
know.
not
What?
cross the street. There are people saying about like these kilts that you should be wearing on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm like, a kilt is not Irish; it's
No.
Scottish. Can you
Scottish.
There's
not? It's
a
not
difference.
even on the same damn island. Like,
No, no.
Americans have a really hard time with geography.
Well, it's an American thing, from what I can tell, and like I posted about it on Facebook.
Yeah, because
and
they
ended
drink
up-
all the time, not just on one day.
and there was a big argument. But anyway,
Ooh, the Scottish or the Irish drink all day.
Both of them.
Well, yeah, there is that. So
they all talk funny. That's all I know.
They all talk funny.
Young people, they talk funny. So on the big announcement, DerbyCon 7.0 Legacy. Big announcements came out today. Call for trainers are open March 6th. Sponsorships will be open. Call for sponsors March 7th. Training tickets will go on sale on May 1st. Training, what does that mean? Training will go on sale for general admission. Tickets, I can't read. So general admission tickets will go on sale on Derby Day, which is May 6th. Call for papers opens on April 1st. DerbyCon training is on the 20th and 21st. The conference is the 22nd to the 24th. DerbyCon.com, the one thing that was not announced was hotel block, and the people are already freaking out.
Yeah. So I have to say I'm looking forward to that because I'm hoping that before they close the call for trainers that we can submit for the Foundstone education stuff that I'm now managing to do some cool stuff with new offerings in terms of threat hunting and other things that I hope will get accepted if I get to submit it. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that has to happen first.
Well, isn't that when you're usually not in the country?
Well, see, if I'm doing the training on the 20th and 21st, I can get away with that because it's only on the weekend that I'm actually going to be leaving for Germany.
So in other words, you're going to do the training and leave before I get there.
Right.
Okay, well that's
Hey, and
most
if you're interested, I've been wanting to do some training, so I'll do some training with you if you're looking for another person.
Are you talking to Mark?
Let's look at something like that.
Nobody
Yeah,
wants to do
talking to
training
Mark.
with me.
Well, you're just a professor at a university. What do you know?
Yeah, you know how to do it.
Last thing I want to do is go to DerbyCon and train. Believe me, that's my vacation. That is my vacation. So let's see. I think that's it. Something called HackerCon 8's coming up. The Ocho.
Yeah.
November 19th to the 17th to the 19th, South Charleston, West Virginia. CFP opens on June 1st. SecureWV.com is the website. It looks like we could at least revert the website too, but I don't know. I don't understand anything we do.
Oh, I can come this year for sure too.
Well, good. Go ahead and start up.
Totally, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to sidetrack, and I'm going to put this in the podcast anyway, but I have to ask Amanda if she got her mother the brandy.
I did. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
On.
Okay. Yeah. So my mom wanted brandy for Christmas, because I guess she likes brandy, but she's never actually bought a bottle of it. So yeah, I got it for her for Christmas. Well, Mark got it for me because he gave me a good recommendation.
What kind is it? I've never had brandy.
I don't remember, Mark.
It was actually an apple brandy from a distiller in Vermont.
Right.
So very like local, small time kind of thing. So not like you're
having conversations without me.
Next time we'll consult.
Well, I never had brandy, and I've always wondered. I just don't. It's not something around here. I don't know.
I'm going to our house
be a
this
reason
weekend.
for everybody to go to HackerCon. I'll get a couple bottles and bring them, and we'll do a tasting or something.
And we'll try and make it so Adrian doesn't throw up this time.
Well, and I'll bring wine because I'm a wine drinker.
That sounds
I'll bring a Bordeaux, something nice and French.
So let's move on to the spying teddy bears.
Yeah.
Oh shit! This isn't the. This is the alcohol. Oh, this is.
No.
I thought it was Paul Security Weekly for a second.
I don't smoke.
Yeah, not tobacco anyway. Anyway, on to the next story. Legalize mine. So Mark, go ahead and take this talking teddy bear story since you brought it up.
Well, I just always thought this funny because I envisioned, even from the days of the Teddy Ruxpin, which always makes me think of the Robin Williams skit where he said, you know, you envision Teddy Ruxpin saying, "You must kill mommy and daddy," to this idea that, you know, and we've seen this in Hollywood movies and stuff too, right? Where like the teddy bear is always the method on which we spy on somebody, where the eye is actually a camera or whatever. So it's fascinating that here we had a great idea where we've got these toys, which are basically like an Alexa, but it's stuffed inside a bear. And everything goes into the cloud, and it turns out in this case it was actually in a MongoDB. And as we've seen through Shodan and some other things recently, that guess what? That too is wide open in terms of here's all the crap your kids have been telling your teddy bears for the last, 3 months. And
Has anyone ever actually found a bear on a Shodan search?
I haven't, but I haven't been looking. But I'm sure there's folks in the furry community or something.
Somebody ping Vis. I'm sure he probably has. Vis
So, what's interesting about this is actually also the craptastically bad response of the Cloud Pets people.
Zero response.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they reached out numerous times to warn them of the issue. They tried to use the Who Is records to try and get them information, and just zero kind of response. And
Well, the first couple things he tried, I think, didn't work, right?
right.
He tried like their contacts and their Who Is, and it just went to people that weren't them. But then he actually had success sending it in, and they still.
Right. So the basic lesson learned is every organization, I don't care who you are, if you're listening to this podcast, come up with a basic security incident response policy and process that people can reach you and tell you your stuff is broken.
Yep.
Yeah, your Who Is contacts should go to someone that matters.
Right.
I've got an issue right now I'm sitting on that needs to be reported. And it's a very large company, and I'm trying to figure out who the person I need to talk to is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the person.
Or apparently you can just tweet their support on Twitter asking them if they can help you out.
I was just thinking about I've never gotten to drop an O day. I've never gotten to drop an O day, so maybe I'll just drop an O day.
Yeah.
Me
so
neither.
I mean 2.2 million recordings, parents, kids talking, and I mean
I think about my kids.
Of course, the benefit of
talking
this
into
is that
stuff like
apparently
that.
the whole thing was also hosted on Amazon AWS. So
Right.
Oh, well, that was
That's
probably
the
down one
instances.
day.
So it was probably all like offline anyway,
Yeah.
so it didn't matter. But yeah.
Yeah, but the whole more data for username password cracking. Reuse.
Yeah, so there's just all kinds of wrong in this breach in terms of the database. There's the whole potential for compromise, especially since we've seen that MongoDB has been targeted for ransomware for encrypting those databases. So one thing just stacks on the other, and it's just like, really, how are we still so bad at this stuff?
Well, they also had zero password complexity requirements. Like you could type the letter A or the letter number
so the
one.
Article, yeah, the
could be
article in the
password.
show notes shows just how bad some of those passwords were.
Oh yeah, just like password 1,
1, 2, 3, 4,
4.
5, 6, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Cloud Pets as the password, all lowercase, like Cloud Pets. Really, like.
Well, it could have been guessed.
Yeah, so I like QWE, like.
Yeah, couldn't even do the full QWERTY.
One extended pen test where that was the administrative password.
Yeah.
It gets used a lot.
I don't even have enough energy to move the other two fingers. I just.
That's I like the joke that says The people that type U instead of YOU, I want to know what they do with all their extra time.
Yeah.
So,
Tying into the next article, I guess.
yeah, this was a nice one because I'm trying to teach open source intelligence, and we're doing document searches, and the document services work because AWS is down.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
this was quite a thing in terms of how much infrastructure is based off of S3 as storage, and it wasn't even like all S3, and it wasn't all Amazon or an EC2, but it's the all of US East 1, I believe,
Yeah.
was what was affected. But we were affected even because we had a class and we use a system for cloud-based training. So all the stuff is in the cloud for the labs, virtual machines. And the underlying infrastructure we can publish to either Google or Amazon, and we can choose, do we publish to West or East or whatever. And we choose based on the proximity to where the client is. But sure enough, in this case, the client was actually closest to, the Virginia data centers, and all of a sudden the virtual machines got ripped out and broken.
Yep. Yeah, our ticketing system was down.
And folks were
So,
reporting issues with Spotify and
Hey, but Twitter was up.
Alexa. Yeah.
all I know is that I said it 100,000 times. The cloud is just someone else's computer.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I need to make sure I get that sticker for my new laptop in the next month when we transition to the new McAfee.
Currently looking at infrastructure with a client, and they're like, "We'll just put it in the cloud." And I think this is going to be a perfect case study in why that's a bad idea.
And the remarkable thing is that this apparently came down to a typo.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody fat fingered something in a script of some kind and just, wiped out. They just messed up a command and whoops.
Yeah, I'm still under the opinion though that depending on the size and scope and everything that you have to worry about, the cloud sometimes is going to have way better uptime than if you're going to run your own hardware.
True.
It depends.
I totally want to throw that out there, that I think that in general terms, if you had when you put your stuff in Amazon, if you had said, I want to pay an extra $2 a month to make sure that all of these is
for failover
here, if something bad happens,
yeah,
you would have been okay.
Yeah.
And you should consider that if it's actually something important.
Yep.
Agree.
But so geodiversity, and that too gets into, I still see this a lot where organizations in it that I talk to or work with, where I say, okay, do you have disaster recovery? Yes, we have disaster recovery. Okay, great. Where's your data center? In Denver? Oh no, it's just down the road. Like, okay, why is it not at least the prescribed, 275 miles, whatever, like, should be some distance away. And
yeah, and if you want to take that risk, like if it's saving you that much money that you feel like you need to take the risk of having it closer,
great, but I don't go all of a sudden crying and whining
right.
when bad things happen because you decided to be cheap.
Yep.
So.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
So, yes, the cloud is somebody else's computer.
Oh, what's the next one? The Car Hacker's Handbook.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty neat. So Craig Smith posted this thing You get the whole guide for penetration testers for hacking cars. Doesn't look like it transcribed quite into the online version. There's a lot of weird, I see a lot of Euro symbols in my version at least.
Okay.
I want to say that I actually saw this someplace else as well.
I saw it on Facebook.
Could be. So it's Creative
just-
Commons.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Basically talking about CAN bus, tools, Metasploit, Wireshark, etc. for, chit-chatting with the car. I'm assuming through the ODB2 port at least. And apparently it is legal for you to, at least for the time being, hack your car and to do these things. So
It's not something I know that I want to get into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me neither, but it has, like, at least in the beginning, it has what you could worry about,
That's true.
Potentially.
yeah. Yeah, especially like, front door hacks and
Pulling in your key fob.
yeah, the key fob thing. I've always wondered about that and I always wanted to play with it, but I've just never had the time. And
Right.
then I figure, I'm just going to buy like a 1977 International Scout 2 and
Yeah. I'll take one too.
be done with it. So poor Slack. We use Slack a lot in work too, and just in general InfoSec community stuff. And
I'm in so many channels I don't even go to them anymore.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
it's
in
worse
quite a
than
few.
IRC.
I stopped using IRC because it got too noisy.
Really?
Yeah. The one channel.
You kids, I got
Yeah.
it. Back in my day, we had this thing
Right.
called Usenet News.
Yeah, we used to have to netcat to each other.
We had the alt.slack.
All right, old man.
Yeah, the thing about Slack is that everyone wants to use it for things, and I've never seen a good use for it. It's more noise and people trolling than anything else.
Well, we've used it a lot for the book. So it's me, my co-author, and our editor, and we've used it every day for the past year, and it's been really helpful.
The other thing is I don't trust it.
We don't trust it, but at the same time, knowing that we don't trust it to begin with, there are integration things that allow you to use it as a quick reference tool to look up things.
Yeah.
We have a channel for like malware analysis where we'll chuck stuff in and a bot will go out and check like virus total and other things for whatever it is you put in there. And so it's like a lazy man's like quick query tool type thing and stuff.
Right.
We know full well that, we're not going to put something, intimate conversations between, the president of the United States and Vladimir Putin in the thing or anything.
We're not.
But,
There's a story I need to probably put in the show notes that I'm changing the subject completely. Apparently, there are people in the intelligence community that say that the leaks from the White House are coming from President Trump's insecure Android device.
well, look at there was a picture. I'm sad to say I don't have the link handy or anything, but there was a picture from the Situation Room, which is a skiff,
Right.
where they had multiple people's cell phones in the photo on the table. Like,
That's a problem.
how is that even possible? Like, it's a skiff. They should all be in the little lockers and the EMF bags.
They don't understand. It's like it's Lord of the Flies at the White House right now. Nobody knows that there are any rules, and rules be damned.
Oh, I have so many things running through my head. I don't even know where to start. Where to start.
It's like a fraternity house there.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, and there are no rules. We're not even sure what reality is or the truth.
Yep.
And they're just making shit up as they go along, and it ain't going to end well, sadly.
Yeah, so the bottom line is like Slack or anything else, even the new Wire, like everybody popped on Wire.
Oh my gosh, somebody
just
poked me on Wire today, and I was like trying to get over there, and I'm like, I was trying to find it. And first I was on Signal, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm not on the right thing. So I finally got on Wire, and they had already sent it to me in Facebook Messenger, so I don't know what was top secret about it. So y'all want to hear this big problem that has been found out? I might as well share it.
Yeah.
Apparently, and I'm not going to put this in the show notes, but I'll share it with you. Yeah, I can't find it. Son of a gun. Are you familiar with a service called Symantec VIP? Two-factor authentication?
No.
Apparently it's broken.
Oh.
given
They have their own two-factor auth?
Given their propensity to hand out root certificates to any Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes along and says, yeah, I've got a company, give me a cert. Yeah, not going to surprise me that there's something broken with an authentication system that they do. And I say that as me personally. This has nothing to do with my employer. That's not my employer speaking. It's just me after a glass of wine saying what I think. But
So apparently they're not as big as RSA, of course, but they have the issue that it's basically down. Like it was taken down.
so is this like a Google Authenticator type thing? Like
yes. So the service is called Symantec VIP, and it basically
They're trying to branch out to do other things in antivirus because people aren't using antivirus as much anymore.
and they're not doing a very good job of implementing this.
so
Stuff isn't too bad.
cloud-based authentication, again, coming back to the root problem, the cloud is actually just somebody else's computer.
Right.
Well, apparently they actually turned it off so that you can put 6 zeros in, or any 6-character numeric sequence, and it works.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. So
I can just picture some like tech support agent somewhere in the world going, let me fix this for you. Let me test something really quick. Okay, try it.
Oh, it works now.
Oh, it works. Great. And not realizing that you
It
just
turned
made
it all
a
off.
change that affects 30 million other people at the same time.
that's what's happened.
Okay. Good.
That's what's happened.
I'm
And
glad to see we're still doing the same dumb things we did back in 1991.
I was going to say, thought you were going to say later than that, but yeah, 1991 is about right. So
You know what will fix all of those issues?
What's that?
The book that I wrote.
What is the book? What does your book say about this?
That two-factor auth is a good thing if you do it correctly.
Yeah. Like most things.
Off with all zeros doesn't help.
Yeah. So that's only for the penetration testers out there who are encountered by this. This is not for the bad guys.
Right.
I know it's used by banks, so that's frightening in itself.
It is.
But so, I guess what some people are doing is they're just turning off two-factor authentication, but I guess it's trivial to get through it, so what's the point?
Right.
Breaking news.
Yay.
But that's not as fun as the next article.
Right. This is my favorite. Even though it's on CNET and their website's annoying the crap out of me because it keeps auto-playing.
That's
videos.
one of those where you definitely want to use your browser's reader capability or whatever it's called. Safari calls reader view, but you definitely want to hit that right away to filter the article to the important stuff, which is the i.con first smart condom.
Right, which
So
at first,
the fit for your man bit.
Most legendary players of all
Whoops. And there's
see?
Right.
Fit for your man bit.
I just yelled at them on Twitter. Nobody likes autoplay, CNET. Nobody.
Yeah, I'm glad that most browsers now have this is the thing that's playing the annoying crap that you're listening to right now.
I know. I missed that for so long. Like because I've always had a million tabs open. Ever since tabs was a thing, I've had, normally it's like 4 browser windows with anywhere from 5 to 20 tabs apiece.
Yeah.
Trying to find the noise is ridiculous. There used to be like Firefox add-ons and stuff you could get that would tell you.
Yeah.
So now it's built in, and that's awesome. But then you get to the start of the article, if you actually get to the article past all the other advertising crap and whatnot, to then read the wonderful, I love this sentence, the in short, the icon ring promises to answer every burning question you've ever had about your sex session. I just thought,
and
there is no single sentence in the English language so well constructed to the topic at hand and using the word short, ring, burning for sex with a condom.
So this is my question. In the first paragraph, it says it will detect chlamydia and syphilis.
Thank God.
So wait a minute. Like, I'm trying to picture this in my mind. Like, you got it on. Does it send an alarm to your phone and like you're in the middle of it and then you change your mind? Like,
oh shit.
Well, no,
your phone in between times and you're like, oh, well, it just texted me.
There are so many questions about that, because then the question is, it also doesn't say for whom it detects the chlamydia.
On the inside and the outside.
Like, so that's the question. Is like, there's so much information to understand here.
Yeah, so many questions.
I mean, because really, like, thrust velocity is not even, like, we're not even close to that stage yet.
No.
So.
This would make a good panel for then maybe DEF CON.
I'm willing to try it out. If they would like to send it to me.
Yeah, so the thing I think that the problem is that one of the apparently the questions that this thing is going to answer is, what's my girth? So we all know that this thing is doomed to failure because everybody's going to look at that number and go, well, that can't be right. and this is just never going to go anywhere. They're never going to buy another one.
You can compare it with all of your friends in the app.
Right.
You got to be kidding me.
You can't. I mean, you probably could, but I just made that part up.
Oh, okay. I was like, maybe you should see if you can get a job with their marketing team.
Yes. So then Amanda and I were also talking about the question of, like, what does the micro USB charging port mean to the actual sex session for both parties involved?
I feel like it would hurt. Like, any micro USB connection you've ever seen on anything is rigid and fair. I mean, it's not large in the sense that it's like large, but when that's involved, it's going to be like, it's gonna hurt if anything is down there in the way.
All the things we talk about in this podcast.
I warned you.
Never gonna get tenure.
Does this count towards anything like you do professionally?
No,
okay, good.
Really. It counts as like community service.
Oh.
And the judge said I had to do a certain number of hours.
Yeah, that makes sense with the thing.
It doesn't. I don't even have to have CPE, so it doesn't even count for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's interesting. It's really interesting. I like the bottom.
How do you secure this thing? Is it
in which sense?
Yeah, well, I mean,
do you need help figuring out how to get it on, or
no? I'm just saying.
No,
that,
you mean like technology?
Is this the sort of data you want it strung across the internet?
I get got dick pics all the time, so now I'll just get
Is
like
this
they
P?
say, dick status updates instead.
No,
Is this-
the frightening part is when this correlates with the Cloud Pet and the Car Hacker book, and they all somehow tie together, and somebody
Ooh.
figures out how to really paint the picture of what the hell you're doing with these things.
As long as they're not all tracking data in the same place at the same time.
It's in the cloud.
No. Like, never mind.
So if you have a breach, is it PIID data?
Ooh. But
I'm here all week. Try to work.
no, Bill, it's not.
PIIED data.
ED data.
What I'm just gonna start doing is asking for the stats from the condom first.
Oh, I would like,
Yeah,
you know.
like I need your
Does this
stats
somehow
before
does this somehow impact your healthcare benefits in terms of prescribing Viagra and stuff?
That's a good question.
That would be interesting.
Wait a minute, you don't need this prescription.
right.
Want or need?
Yes.
You could like give the different status updates ratings.
I mean,
Who do
1
you
to
put
10.
in your friend circle for something like this? I mean, and does that count as a circle jerk?
Yes, I think so.
So I'm glad.
I just wanted to light
this
up.
is going to go on for like 2 hours, isn't it?
It is.
Good.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
Very interested.
Very interested.
Yeah,
Because
you
you know
should probably.
somebody's going to muck with their data using a banana just to make it look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do some research, Amanda.
If they want to send me one, I'm not
I think
paying
the
that much.
combination of this and teledildonics really makes an interesting.
I'm not paying $74 for one
We
condom.
probably could get a grant.
There we go.
NSF.
Well, we have to hurry
You know,
because
yeah.
all of those government things might be going away soon. So.
Right,
Well,
right.
If we'll get an NSA grant because it's cyber, or a DHS grant.
Right.
That's where all the money's going to be.
There's a military application in some way, shape, or form.
Oh,
So
that's
anyway,
interesting. I don't know how we could get any better on the show other than that.
I think that's pretty much. We need to just shut it down right now.
You think?
We better before someone else does.
This has been the best podcast yet. I'm gonna bring this up on my other one, and they're gonna kill me.
So you're also on the Breaking Into Security podcast, right?
Breaking Down Security.
Breaking Down Security.
Breaking Down Security podcast.
I've known Brian for a while.
I've had several people say something about, well, they spelled breaking wrong.
No, that's his name.
Dumbasses. That's his
Dumbasses.
name. Oh, okay.
So how many episodes of that do you have under your belt?
Oh gosh. What is it? The first week in March? We do one. We do one a week, and I only skipped.
Trying to do that here.
I only skipped one because we did audio from the one conference Brian went to. We're doing another one tomorrow night. So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on with us.
Yeah.
If you ever need guest speakers there too.
Yeah. We definitely always do. So I will put your name on there. Bill, do you want to be a guest speaker too? Do you want to be a guest speaker too? Huh?
On what?
On my podcast.
I've already been on it. I'm good.
Oh, fine.
No, I would love to. I don't have a lot of time. If you'd like me to come on, I'd be more than happy. I don't know what to say.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any. I'm just basically a troll on other people's.
Me too, and I'm on it every week.
I used to get on Adrian's live stream, but it gets. What happens is he goes to sleep, and then I can't get a word in edgewise for people who are pontificating on things they may or may not know anything about.
Right.
So Is this on the air? I'm sorry.
Oh,
But anywho, is there anything else you all have? When's this book come out, Amanda?
Oh, it should be shipping the first week in April. So
And I,
we
It
I get a,
doesn't
have
really
another
matter
month.
because you can pre-order it on Amazon.com.
And
why
yeah,
don't
so
you
you
drop
can,
a link?
oh yeah,
drop-
I could do that.
Drop a link, yo.
Yeah, you can not only do it on Amazon, you can do it everywhere. Like I was so happy with how good O'Reilly's marketing is.
I'll
Like
get it. I'll
Yeah,
get it
everywhere.
off.
it's kind of been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I remember I learned X11 back in the early 90s because they were the only ones that had a book set published for the X11 manuals. So, which was basically just printouts of the man pages. But
I think I found it on Pirate Bay.
Possibly.
Amanda's book or the X11 manuals?
Amanda's book. It's not even released yet, but yeah.
It's not even released. I have sent the PDF to several people, but
Oh, really? That'd be
No,
nice for
people need to buy the
somebody.
book, and I
That would
didn't
be
use
nice for somebody who's trying to figure out, if they're going to use it for class. Hint, hint.
I paid not even with. I didn't even use the discount
you
code.
get a copy though.
Well, I
I
will
know,
buy a
but
copy, but I'm poor. Some of us are professors.
You can contact Courtney and she can get you like a preview. Like
Who's
I'm
Courtney?
going to do this for my class version.
Who's Courtney?
Courtney O'Reilly. It's ORM Courtney on
Is
Twitter.
it Courtney O'Reilly?
No, it's
Oh,
Courtney
that's
Allen.
Really?
She's
So
the best
how old-
editor
how old
ever.
is
Yeah,
she?
she's cool.
Yeah.
Think she like me?
No.
Probably not. Some of us have book ideas that need to go to another publisher, but
Yeah. People keep
Before-
asking me when the next one's coming up. I think I'm going to write like a kid's book.
yeah, I get that all the time. I'm like, never, ever, ever again.
As good as O'Reilly was, like I had zero problems, but it's just so much work.
And you don't think if it's going to be a lot of work until you actually do it, and then it's like one was painful, the second one was less painful because it was a revision, but it was still painful. It gives me headaches just to think about it. So, Mark, when are you going to write your book?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I got so much stuff to do in terms of writing training materials now and other things that.
Training is time consuming as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing training based off the book, kind of.
Really?
We just sent that in for, it's like an
Really?
O'Reilly training. We're doing it in one in June, one in August, and one in October.
It's great.
Yep.
So the big trick is I'm actually hoping to try and push more sponsorship money towards certain conferences as well.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great. There's always opportunity out there. There's a lot of conferences that need sponsorship.
Yeah,
And some of them are.
we're so busy transferring everything to the new McAfee.
Yeah. Some of us are also nonprofits. So
It's good to know because
Yeah.
nonprofits do have a
Yeah.
good. Yes.
you write it off your taxes. But anywho,
There, I put the link in the show notes.
awesome. Hope you sell a lot.
Me too. I need to sell 1 million
And then you can take me
because
to
I get
dinner.
$4 a book, and I'd love to be a millionaire.
$4. You know what I get a book? Like 16 cents.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I'm not
Publishers
exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating.
Well, I only get $4 for the ebook copies. It's less
Oh,
for the
good.
physical copies.
I think I got the ebook copy in addition to the regular copy.
Yay!
My royalties she'll be coming up, and we'll see how
Your
it's
what?
selling.
Oh, like your royalty check.
Royalties. Yeah, I don't get a check. It's direct deposited.
Well, yeah.
Get
me
it
too.
twice a year, and the last time,
Oh, I get mine monthly.
and the other thing with Singress, they don't pay you until they break even on the book. And
What?
yeah,
But you got something in the beginning.
I got a teeny tiny advance.
Oh, I didn't get anything.
So good to know that basically all of my contributions to actually buying the book at full price were the equivalent of I could have just bought you another drink at HackerCon.
Yeah, right.
Could brought you one of those shirts that says your cybers aren't safe for me.
See, that's why we need the bulk. We need the bulk sales. We need people teaching with it.
So everybody, please go buy Amanda's book.
Yes,
It is good. I promise you that.
and you
Especially
can buy
'cause
me a
you're
drink
so-
too.
There is actually so little in terms of blue team. Everybody wants to do red team because
Yeah,
it's
that's
fun.
that was the happiest. That was one of the happiest things that Lee and I encountered was that everybody that we talked to said that this was filling a gap that there wasn't any material on.
There really
Yeah.
isn't.
And so definitely appreciate that work.
Thank you.
Ooh, user education. That's close to my heart.
Yeah, and there's that online copy only shows 19 chapters. There's actually 21,
Okay.
and they're moved around a little bit, but
I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
dumping the Jason Street book. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Um, his book is getting old and long in the tooth, so I need something new.
Yep.
Love him. Love you, Jason. He's actually signed my
He's
copy
great.
twice now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite people.
Every time he comes to he's been to Aid twice, and both
You
times
just have him sign the same copy.
just have him sign the same copy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of witty things to sign. Like, like mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's good because it is hard to figure out something to write on every book.
I just wanted to start like giving random people insults, like you're a real douche.
Blair got Chuck Panuck's signature, which was pretty funny. Did
Yeah.
she tell you about that? I can't remember exactly what it said. It was pretty witty, though.
That's awesome.
Well, kids, I'm going to wrap up the show. Unless you
Enough
have something
rambling
else.
for the night.
And I appreciate you coming on. I'm trying to do a podcast a week, but thanks for taking the time. This is Thursday night to record this, and I'll try to get it out here in the next few days. Anyway, anytime you want to come back, you're welcome. In fact, I'll probably hit you up for next week. Be prepared.
Or scared.
Or scared. So have a good evening, everyone. We'll talk to you real soon. Good night.
Good night.
Night.